Hello witches, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the new subscribers and viewers. This is Hekterios and I'm doing the full moon forecast, tarot reading, and psychic empathy reading for the full bone moon coming up on February 11th through the 12th, 2017. Okay, y'all. So, let me do some things real quick. Okay, so let's start off by looking, well actually let's start off like we always do and give y'all pretty much my views energetically, what I'm picking up on. I feel a reinvigorating energy very strongly right now. And it's not even the full moon yet. As I'm recording this, it is the 7th of February right now. So, we're that far away. And I'm already feeling the energy of this full moon building up. And it feels very much reinvigorating, re-energizing. It almost feels like a rebirthing energy in that aspect. And I feel a strong sense of empowerment as well with this. So I'm trying to just put it into words right now because I haven't done so until right when I'm recording this video, but it really does feel like a re-empowerment process is underway, okay? Now, as we look at the astrology for the full moon, we can see that the full moon is occurring inside the constellation Leo. Leo is the constellation of... Okay, well actually the moon represents your inner self, your spirit, okay? It represents your emotional inner reality, okay? Your inner self. Now this is inside the sign of Leo, and Leo represents your ego self, your identity in the world, the way you present yourself to others, okay? Your image in that aspect. It also represents your power. Your presence is your power as well, okay? So, when the moon's coming into conjunction with this constellation, it means that your internal self, your spiritual self is coming into harmony with your physical presence, your image, your body, your ego identity, okay? So that also brings an empowerment with it. Now there's also a full moon eclipse this full moon. And eclipses bring massive transformation. So it very much seems like there's going to be a rebirthing process that takes place with this full moon's energy. Okay. And it's a rebirthing at a great level of your entire self, okay? Bringing them into balance. Your inner self and your outer self. Your spirit and your body, okay? Now I want to show y'all something else. Every time there's a full moon, the sun opposes the moon. So, the sun is over here in Capricorn. Oh gosh. The sun is over here in Capricorn, okay? And Capricorn is a very earthy sign, whereas Leo is fire. Now the sun rules Leo, okay? So we have the full moon occurring in the sign that the sun rules, and the sun is opposite. So that brings the dynamic energy as well, that amplifies the solar energy aspect of Leo, okay? Now, the sun is in Capricorn with Mercury, so this is also going to be at play in this full moon energy, because Capricorn is a very earthy sign. It's a sign of money, the material world, your body, your health, your home life, your security, your worldly ambitions. And Mercury is present there, and Mercury rules business, travel, trade, communication. So there may be a lot of energy active in those areas as well. So just be aware of that. And one more thing I want to point out, from the 9th of February through the 13th, we have a comet that will be coming through the top of the sign of Ophiuchus, okay? And also Saturn is present inside of Ophiuchus, okay? I love this app because you can like literally zoom in. It shows all the different moons. If y'all wonder what this app is called, it's called Star Chart in the Google Play Store. A lot of people ask me that all the time, so I'm going to start saying it in all the videos. But, so Saturn is present in Ophiuchus still, and if you recall back on the November reading, the November dark moon reading, Saturn was present in Ophiuchus. Well, Saturn had since then, it had moved on into Sagittarius, but it has actually gone into a retrograde phase and gone back into Ophiuchus, and it's going to remain there for quite a while, okay? So basically Saturn is staying focused in the constellation Ophiuchus for a very long time than it normally does, and that's adding an intense power to Ophiuchus and to Saturn. Ophiuchus is a sign of rebirth, regeneration, reanimation, resurrection, and you know, Saturn, before Pluto, Saturn was originally the Lord of the Dead as well, and so it rules over limitations and bindings and thresholds like that, doorways pretty much, gateways. And this comet passing through here is going to add more empowerment to this alignment. So with all the astrology combined, it very much seems like a rebirthing energy, a rebirthing process, and so that's just very much going to be one of the major energies going on. It is a total rebirth, it seems like, of the spiritual self coming into balance with the physical self and with your physical presence and image. So, I guess we'll just go right into the tarot part of this and see what other insights that we get, okay? I'll be right back with that. Okay, y'all. So now we're going to proceed with the tarot portion of the reading. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Hekterios. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and smote at me. Please give us your divine guidance for this full moon, eclipse, and comet, so that we can use the energies for our highest good, greatest success, and joy. Thank you, and so let it be. Okay. I like my cup. I think it's awesome. Alright, y'all. So, the first card that we have is the Ace of Coins. This is representing us. So there's a rebirth in the material world, in the material aspect, in the material physical self. There's some sort of new beginning that is amplified with this full moon eclipse, this comet. So we need to stay focused on the aspect of rebirth, okay, and renewal of the self. Now everything is connected. So as you are reborn, as you shift within, it changes the way that you interact with the world. And so it changes that relationship. It changes the way the world interacts with you, okay? It changes your life as you change yourself. In the present atmosphere, we have the Strength card. So this is telling us that the energy sort of requires you to be bold, brave, courageous. The energy requires us to act on our passions and our desires, pursue who and what we love. Also to be protective of who and what we love, truly. there's a saying that fortune favors the bold. So the present energy during this full moon eclipse and comet is to really, go forward boldly and bravely and with courage. This card carries the message that the power of love conquers all. Okay, this woman is, this woman is breaking into a lion's cage to tame it, to love it, to nurture it. Okay, she's not breaking out, she's breaking into the cage. Okay, so this represents the powers of spirit mastering over the physical carnal nature. This represents love overcoming enemies, overcoming obstacles. You can love fiercely, okay? Your love can be a weapon. In a more subtle sense, your love can be a weapon to overcome things, to overcome obstacles and opposition. Be aware of that. That is a powerful energy that is present now. Crossing us is the 3 of coins. So this is coming up as a warning. Don't let yourself get distracted from your goals, is basically the message I'm getting with this. You sort of already know what you need to work towards and what you need to work on. So just don't let yourself get sidetracked or distracted, okay? Do what you set forth to do. Do what you originally intended and desired to do. Work towards the goals that you already have set in motion. Don't let anything distract you from that, okay? And as you stay focused on that, you're going to show the world, the people around you, the universe, that you are serious about what you're working towards, and that's going to add greater power to it, because then you will be supported, okay? Don't let anything distract you or detract from your goals. So, beneath us, we have the Hanged Man. So, there may be a necessity to be patient. Okay, you may not see results immediately towards what you're working for. But, it's not about just getting instant gratification. It's not about just getting your goals. I cannot snap y'all, I'm sorry, but at the snap of a fucking finger, okay? It's working towards it that is important. Working on it. That is the most important thing. Diligently, daily, working towards your goals, working on your goals. The rewards are sure to come if you do it that way. Okay, it's not about instant gratification. In this fast-paced world, that's what a lot of people want. But actually, the best results come from the hard work and the patience, the diligence, okay? So just be aware that with some of the things that you're wanting and working towards, you may need to be more patient in their manifestation and the fulfillment of those goals. Now, another message that comes with this card is about changing perspective to a higher perspective. So it may be interconnected with the need for patience. It may be that you need to change your perspective to be patient, to look at the goals that you have from a higher perspective, from a higher mindset of knowing that no matter how long it takes, as long as you stay focused, your goals will be met and fulfilled. And some could even argue that the longer that you take on the fulfillment of a goal, the more better the result will be, because the more detail you are able to put into it. Okay? Another message with this card, with the changing of the perspective of the mindset, is also about rebirth. So there may be some things that you need to let go of mentally. Some ways of looking at things that may be limited, or they're just blocking you in some way or aspect. So just take a close look at that. In the past position is the Eight of Cups. So this is telling us that, you know, the Eight of Cups is about moving past something, letting go of something of the past and moving on to something better. This is coming up in the past position. So what I'm seeing is that you've already overcome something. You've already moved past something that was holding you back. So I feel like this may be coming up as a warning. Don't fall back into that again. Whether if that was a relationship, a way of viewing the world, a outward situation, or something like that. It could be anything really, something that you've already let go of and moved past. Don't fall back into it. It may try to return. Don't fall back into it, okay? You've already moved past it. You already know the reasons why. So don't let yourself be caught back up in it, okay? So the next card that we have is the Tower card. In the crowning position. So the Tower card is coming up to let you know that things will be shaken up this full moon with this eclipse. Anytime that there's an eclipse and this rebirthing energy, there is some sort of chaos with that, because it's like it's shaking things up for the rebirth to take place. So there's small destructions that lead the way to rebirth, okay? Now once again, this may be something as simple as just your own mindsets changing, letting go of some things and embracing new things. This could also be telling you to let go of some certain relationships and move forward with new ones. But basically, in some way, in some aspect, in all of our lives, there will be something coming to an ending. But that is a catalyst, or clears the way to embrace these new paths, okay? I feel like a lot of us already know what that is, but this full moon will really just trigger it to physically happen, okay? This card also talks about opportunities being born and created around us, so be very aware of the positive aspects of this and what is coming into your life or being highlighted in your life right now, or during this full moon, because that's really going to be your path forward. It's giving you strong indications of where you need to go and what you need to pursue. And the future position is the Nine of Swords. So don't let fear block you. The Nine of Swords is the card of nightmares and mental worries and doubts and things like that. There's no real problems here with this card. It's more of a mental thing. So don't let fear or worry or doubt or anything like that limit you from going forward. Don't let the unknown scare you. Rather, let it excite you and go forward with this excitement, this boldness that we have with the Strength card, courage and bravery to embrace whatever it is that's coming, okay? You don't need to be fearful of it. fear is a binding agent. It limits you. It blocks you from even trying with certain things, okay? So just don't let that limit you as we go forward. Since this card is coming up, I'm going to guess that there may be some sort of energy that tries to provoke fear. Just don't let that happen, okay? You know, fear is a teacher as well. When we're scared of something, it just means that we need to take it serious. So what you need to do if you're scared of something is look at it with a more critical eye and come up with answers to those fears. Okay? Now the next card that we have is Justice. And okay, the Justice card is, it's coming up in the position of, you know, our attitude, the way that we present ourselves, okay? Now you can see that the sun's being eclipsed in this card. Interesting. We're having a lunar eclipse, but it shows the sun being eclipsed. Which is interesting because the moon is in Leo, which is the constellation that is ruled by the sun. So that's interesting that that's showing up in the reading. But basically the Justice card is about balance, harmony being achieved, seeking balance, seeking for harmony, seeking for balance between the outer and the inner, between you know, relationships. So when this card's coming up in the attitude and persona position, you need to show other people that you are seeking balance. So maybe with some of these issues that were coming up as far as letting go of the past, you need to make it aware to people that, you know, there's no place in your life for imbalance anymore. If people aren't growing with you, if they're not harmonizing with you, then they don't deserve a place in your life anymore. It's not about judgment, okay? It's not about judging other people at the soul level, like being so critical of them. It's about your own life being harmonized and in balance, okay? It's about you, not about them. And so you need to bring this into public awareness, pretty much, and the people around you. You're seeking something better. You're seeking more balance, more harmony. And if people don't resonate with that, you have to leave them behind, okay? If situations don't resonate with that, it's time to move past it to something else. Just be honest. The next card that we have is the Four of Wands. So actually, other people are seeing us as bringing things to completion. We've been working very hard and diligently to regain balance and to regain security and stability in the home life, in our physical life, in our material well-being, in our family life. And they see that we are quickly approaching the completion of that. So actually, you know, if you go forward like the Justice card said, just be honest on the balance that you're pursuing. It will leave no way that people can misinterpret that or misunderstand you. Okay? They'll actually respect you for it. So don't worry about anything like that. As far as people getting upset with you or thinking that you're judging them and things like that. And the goals position is the Chariot card. So this is coming up as a goal, definitely. The Chariot card is about self-mastery, using your body as a chariot, as a vessel, as a tool for your higher consciousness to manifest its desires and its will. So that's a powerful card to meditate on this full moon. If you do nothing else with this full moon energy, meditate on the Chariot card, because that is the powerful key. And the final card is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is about rest, relaxation, and regeneration. Recuperation after hard work and hard times. So this actually resonates with the Four of Wands. All the hard work that you're doing is very close to its completion with this full moon. And afterwards, you know, you just need to focus on resting and recuperating and regenerating. Healing. So, you know, with this entire spread, it just really... So with this entire spread, it's just really matching up with the astrology and everything of what I said before. It looks like, you know, the major focus here is about this rebirth in the material aspect, in the material sense. Now, this all matches with Goddess Hecate's return and all of that. I will be doing an update video on Goddess Hecate as well, and all of that, energetics and things. She was communicating to me this morning when I first woke up, so I will definitely be doing an update video on that, and it just perfectly harmonizes with this, as above so below. So once again though, I will just remind you the major focus, the Ace of Coins, rebirth on the physical aspect. Okay, you've already done a lot of work internally. Okay, now it's just time to make sure that your physical life and your physical self catches up to all of that inner spiritual work that you've done. Okay, and I'm going to remind y'all of the Chariot card. This is such a strong and powerful card of bringing your physical self into alignment with your spirit and your higher consciousness, okay? And make sure that other people are aware that you're doing that. So that's it for the reading, you guys. I hope that you really took the information from this in. I hope that you use it practically, as always. Thank you for watching. Please like, you know, rate the video, or dislike if you didn't like it. Just rate the video in general. Leave a comment below if you have anything you want to add or say. And, you know, I just hope that you have a very powerful full bone moon, and really use the energy to restructure the framework of, you know, your physical life, of how you deal with things, how you present yourself, how you that relationship with the outer physical world and with other people, okay? So stay tuned for the updates on Hecate, and I will see y'all on the next videos, okay? Blessed be.